Hey, yesterday the Wizard of Legend patch came out for console. Now this is the patch that people have been waiting for a long time. Right now this basically means that there is full, patch and feature parity with all the versions right now. I do not know how that's going to work in terms of, the future updates. There's supposed to be 2 DLC packs coming. I know they're working on the air dungeon right now, so I don't know if that's going to be a similar situation to the way this game's been patched before, where the other versions are like months behind. I hope not, but for now, regardless of whatever version you're playing, then the game will pretty much be identical. Now, I actually have not played this in docked mode since the patch, but to do some testing, I actually played through a full run in portable mode, and I can definitely confirm that the frame rate is leaps and bounds better than it was before. The way the game was before, there were certain like particle effects and just like random things, especially like fire, would just tank the frame rate. That actually doesn't happen anymore. You do still get some pretty significant like performance issues when you attack a bunch of enemies at once, but that's not really that big of a deal. For the most part, the performance is pretty much better across the board. So let me go ahead and change my loadout here a little bit. Yes, I think the items are the only thing I didn't unlock on this file. Oh no, I still got the cloaks as well. I kind of stopped playing this version because the frame rate just started kind of making things not as enjoyable as they should be. Alright. Yeah, so here's the randomizer. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the fire level first, so that was like the ultimate test. I confirm. I played through the whole run, and I think I had like level 3 zeal, level 2 or level 3 zeal, and all of her fire attacks don't tank the frame rate anymore. The same thing with all the combat rooms where the walls of fire would spawn. That actually doesn't tank the frame rate anymore either. Like attacking a bunch of the slimes and stuff at once after they multiply, like it will still tank quite a bit there, at least in portable mode. But it's nowhere near as bad as it was before, where if you got to like a fire room on the old patch, it was basically your run was dead. Like it would eat so many inputs due to the performance issues that you couldn't really play as intended. That's no longer an issue. Now, I know I already have this game on PC, but it's nice that I'll actually be able to play this again. I haven't played the Switch version in like 3 months because of the performance issues, but now, when I'm out and about, I can actually feasibly play this and not have to worry about Zeal's firewall just tanking the performance. It's a pretty welcome change overall. Also attacks like the ice boss, like her ice attack, her signature, where she turns to the ball and kind of runs after you. That doesn't tank the frame rate anymore either. So pretty much all the like really problem attacks that mess with the performance are no longer an issue. Not playing that well because I used to the mods. I must say, after I bought Enter the Gungeon, and the way I feel with that game is how people feel with this game. Like, they just can't get anywhere in it. Like, this game I picked up really quickly. I think it only took me like 3 or 4 hours to beat it the first time on a fresh file, back when I was under embargo. That this game, and just in general, it plays so much different from other roguelikes where, you know, stun locking and combos are very different, or, you know, very important just in the core gameplay loop, and that's something that most people aren't used to. Alright, so that's basically it. If you want to know exactly what was changed, you can go ahead and look up the past 2 patches. Not the past 2 patches, but the past several patches since the game came out. And you can look the patch notes up either on the Wizard of Legend Reddit or on the Steam forums for the game. Basically, all that stuff has been incorporated now. As far as I know, there's no actual feature discrepancy between any of the versions right now. I do not know how that will work when the game gets updated with the new air temple or dungeon, but hopefully it won't take as long as this time. Apparently they had a lot of, you know, issues basically tweaking their performance, and they wanted to make sure that they didn't ship something broken, because, you know, it takes so long to get these patches through certification to begin with. It's probably a blessing in disguise that, you know, they took as long as they needed. The game seems quite stable. Like I said, I played through the whole game in portable mode, and I barely noticed any performance issues at all. I do know the Switch has a you know, a performance issue with you know, certain games being open for too long. Sometimes you have to restart it to fix the memory leaking. I don't know if that was part of why I experienced any performance issues at all, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was before, where, you know, you could drop inputs and lose your run because of it. That's definitely not an issue anymore. So if you have the game on Switch or the other consoles and you stopped playing it because of the performance issue, you should definitely jump back in again, because they have fixed it for the most part. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.